and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're making cornbread. I feel like cornbread is such a great side dish pretty much all year round. You can serve it in the summer when you're making barbecue. In the fall it's great with some chili. It's like a delicious side dish that you can make all year round, and it goes with pretty much everything. I have a little bit of an issue with cornbread because I find most cornbreads that I try, they're just too dry for my taste. So my cornbread might be a little bit different because it's a little lighter. I really enjoy like a soft crumb. I don't like a super dense cornbread, which is, I feel like most recipes out there are a little more on the denser side. And if you like that, that's completely fine. I'm going to show you how to adjust the recipe so you get more of that like traditional dense cornbread. But this is just how I like to enjoy it, and I think it's absolutely perfection. So here I have some all-purpose flour, I have some cornbread, I have a little bit of sugar. This is not a sweet cornbread, this is just regular cornbread. If you like a really sweet cornbread, I have a video for my corn pudding here on the channel already. It's also known as corn casserole, corn bake. It has a bunch of different names, but it's absolutely amazing. It's sweet, it's really moist. Go check out that video. I'm gonna link it here and in the description box. Okay, so let me continue. You're gonna need, like I said, a little bit of sugar, some salt, some baking powder, some baking soda, egg, buttermilk, some melted butter that I melted here. I'm letting it cool down. You're also going to need a little more butter for the pan, and I personally like to top it with more butter once it comes out of the oven, and then a drizzle of honey. So that is optional, but I do recommend it. Okay, so like I said, in the written recipe, you're going to see that it calls for 1 and 1/4 cups of all-purpose flour and then 3/4 cups of cornmeal. It kind of goes to the corn cake consistency, but not really. It's still cornbread. It's kind of dense, but it's not super dense. If you like more of a denser cornbread, then by all means do equal parts flour, equal parts cornmeal. So like 1 cup flour, 1 cup of cornmeal. Also, if you only see 1 egg here, it's because I'm making half the recipe. I like to make my cornbread in a cast iron skillet. This is quite important. It's gonna give you the best consistency in my opinion, but if you don't have a cast iron skillet, by all means just make it in whatever you have. I've had this cast iron skillets, like this set, it came in a set of 3. I bought them at Walmart for like $12, no kidding. I've had it for probably 5-6 years now. If I can find it, I'm gonna link it in the description box so you can get yourself a set. It comes with this medium one. I believe this is a 10 inch, and then it comes with an 8 inch and a 12 inch. So 3 for like $12. I mean, it's probably not gonna be $12, but it shouldn't be that much more. First things first, this is what you're gonna do. We're gonna preheat our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm gonna pop my cast iron skillet in the oven, and I'm gonna let that get real hot while the oven is preheating. So that's step number 1, very important step. I'm going to mix all of my dry ingredients real quick. I just want everything to be well incorporated, and this is done. Simple as that. I have my buttermilk here. Really important to get a really good cornbread. Okay, so to the buttermilk, I added my egg. I'm just gonna do it in this measuring cup so I don't just dirty anything else. Okay, this should be mostly mixed through. So I'm going to add the buttermilk with the egg right into my dry ingredients, and I'm also going to add my cooled melted butter. Make sure the butter is cooled because otherwise you're just gonna cook your egg, and that's not a good idea. You want to start mixing your wet ingredients into your dry ingredients. I'm just gonna mix this until it barely comes together. This is mixed in. It's beautiful. As you can see, it's kind of thick, and this is perfect. So I'm gonna set this aside for a few minutes just until my oven preheats all the way through. And now to the skillet, you want to add, this is like smoking hot, it's really, you want to add 1 tablespoon of butter. Want to swirl it around just like so. You want the butter to melt completely. Okay, now to that, we're going to add our cornbread mix. We want to kind of make it in as much as an even layer as possible. This goes back into the preheated oven for 15 minutes for this little one. If you're making the full recipe, then it's gonna take about 25 to 30 minutes. You know when it's done, when you insert a toothpick in the middle of it and it comes out clean, then it's ready. So I'm gonna pop this back in, then I'll show you the final result. This bad boy just came out of the oven literally like 3 seconds ago. Very quickly, I'm just going to, let me see how I can do this. Pop it right out. Wow, look at that crust. That's beautiful. You can't deny that. You cannot deny that. Okay, let me see. Okay, quick flip. As soon as it comes out of the oven, I'm going to I just have a little bit of salted butter, like regular butter you put on toast. A little bit of salted butter. And I'm gonna get a few little pieces. It's gonna be like a total of like a tablespoon. Just gonna break it off like this. And I'm gonna let it melt all over. You're gonna do this with your, make sure you do salt it for this part, because if you use like regular unsalted butter, I find that it's too, like it doesn't really have any flavor. The salted butter provides a beautiful flavor to it. This is optional, like I said, but a little bit of honey does go a long way. So I like to do a drizzle of honey, just like that. It's gonna be about, again, like 1-2 tablespoons of honey. And I just like to spread that all over. My cornbread has been resting for couple of minutes. It's now safe for me to cut into it. Let me see. Oh wow, look at that. Oh, steamy. This is just, as you look how fluffy that is. If you like more of like a dense cornbread, by all means, you know, like I said, add equal parts cornmeal and equal parts flour. This is so yummy. I'm actually gonna cut myself another little piece because this is really good and I'm really hungry. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Hope you make my favorite way of making cornbread. I'm telling you, it is absolutely delicious. I'm not claiming this to be authentic. I'm not claiming this to be anything except delicious. So that is it for me today. I hope you enjoy. Remember, written recipe on my website, anitasdelightsrecipes.com. Subscribe, like this video, share with your friends and family if you like the recipe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.